It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Colts and the Broncos on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our matchup here in this one, as so many do, revolves around the quarterback position. We've got an interesting pairing here. Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson.
And Brandon, I think each one might be trying to play some form of keep away from the other, because when you think about time of possession and what that means in a game, it's great if you're able to hold on to the football and run your offense at your pace. And it also helps to keep the other guy's offense on the sideline. That's your goal for the game.
And off we go from Denver. On the return, it's Washington. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Zebra, 14.
Now Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
That one's complete to Tomlinson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58, boys, 58.
From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, Wilson. That's complete, Okuebunam. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Let's go, dude. Tighten up.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
Let's go, baby.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Let's get it. Come on. It's about that time. 380. Let's keep those. 4 down, 4 down. Let's go double count right here, double count. Good shot.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Where ain't no joke.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
I got you. I got you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 14. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okuebuna, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching. But it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas left in the tank. Big right arm, great leader, the face of his franchise.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Let's go, fellas.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley Cox, his tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he is going to have a Colts first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. From the shotgun, Ryan finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And just a yard to go here on second down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 25 on second down, Ryan under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bradley Chubb in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor from 17 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Check.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own, and to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go. Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Wilson on first down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Cortland Sutton. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Good job, good job. Let's go, baby. No pain, no gain. Right now.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Here's Rodgers to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On third down, Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Options galore here, second and a few inches. On first down, it's Gordon, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Good job, good job. This is our time. Our time.
Second and 8 coming up.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's keep those sticks moving.
Now it's Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
McManus now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Indy set to go on offense once more. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Time to go. Let's go. All us, baby, all us. Let's get it. Ready. Back 25.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan looking for Campbell downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it. And the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of a defense that much where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Check.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Draymond Jones
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Fights through him. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson.
That's complete. Okuegbunam.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
And that's checked down to Gordon.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Blue 15. 58, the money. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, 58, the money.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ryan. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. DJ Jones. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver's offense ready to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Judy. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm here all day. 58 to Mike, 58.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that's caught by Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Throwing now is Wilson. Finding Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Second down and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. A giant hole up the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And this one is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.